Hi, Kelly here from Cochrane Toyota. We're located at 8 River Heights Drive, Cochrane, Alberta. And today I've got a 2020 SE Nightshade Corolla to show you. All right, so first off, I've got a chance to drive this car for the last month. This has been my demo for the last month. You'll see my plate on the back of it. I've always wanted to jump in and drive one of these, especially these new body style Corollas. And this one is actually, it caught my eye. That's my first piece, is the looks of this thing kind of got me. So I wanted to drive it. Anyways, I'll give you my opinions on it and then give you the standard walk around of this particular car. But first off, the Nightshade comes with a few things. So they black out the emblem. You can see right there, it's blacked out the emblem. They got the black rims on there. The only thing that I did to this to the demo is tint out these side windows, just kind of enhance that overall Nightshade look. But again, overall, pretty nice little car. Lots of cool little options in it. I'll run through some of those things with you. So my first impressions right off the bat is it drives bigger than it looks. I'm again about 6'2", and I drive comfortably in this guy. But a couple nice things. It's got the sport exhaust tips. It's got the SE in the black, the whole entire bit with that little the fin on the back. Great looking little car. Great rims on this guy. And if you haven't had a chance to drive one of these things, these are much better than the older Corollas. They feel, like I said, like more like a Camry, like a bigger car. One of the other things I like is these new LED daytime running lights. I don't know if you can see those in the day, but you got a strip right here and then 3 kind of little J hooks right there. Just super nice. And then these headlights are unreal. I'll sink in a picture here so you can actually see it. But at nighttime, these headlights are quite a bit brighter than anything I've ever driven before. So they've really upgraded those. One of the other things that I've noticed I like on this car is the blind spot monitors. So if you jump in right here, this guy got blind spot monitors right there. So both the mirrors, this will turn bright orange. I find in the daytime those really work really well, so you can see all the way around. If I jump into the back seat of this thing, you'll notice right off the bat you've got nice premium material with that blue stitch. The Nightshades comes with the off stitch and then a leatherette right there for soft touch material. Jump inside, and again, a really nice upgraded sport interior. Just good looking kind of setup. So bucket seats. And then the other thing nice for me, especially with my kids inside, so it's a little bit dirty because I'm driving it, but these things pop out, and that's where your child seat anchors just click in right there. So super easy to use. You don't have to go digging around in the crack in there. And then if you look in the back, you've got your triple harness in the back there. So you've got this piece folds in. These seats right here and here, they fold forward, so skis and stuff will fit right through. But again, I'll jump inside, show you some more things. Now, first off, you'll notice right off the bat that this does have the smart key inside of it. So you've got a key that looks like this. Right there, you got your trunk on there, the whole entire works, but you just keep that in your pocket. You can lock it just by touching this and unlock it reaching behind. Right now, I've got it set that all the doors open up when I do that. If you take a peek again, that sport interior is just a nice upgrade. You've got that little aluminum edge in there. I don't know if you can notice that aluminum edge right there on the camera with the blue stitch. A couple of things I like. It's an interesting setup. First off, it's manual seats, which at first I was kind of bummed about, but the more and more I sat in this, I don't ever move my seat. So once I kind of got it comfortable, it never moved, and it allowed room for some better options. I'll kind of show you what that looks like. So first off, on this section here, you're gonna have your dimming lights, your automatic high beams, which is just great. So you take that, you flick this guy down to here, move this piece forward. I think it's already moved forward. Yeah, move that forward, and your automatic high beams work extremely well. You got your heated steering wheel right there as well, and then heated windshield wipers. So the heated steering wheel, you can click it and it stays on all the time. And then this section, the leather wrap steering wheel, is just excellent. Before I finish going inside, I want to show you one more thing on the outside. So this particular guy does have the radar adaptive cruise control. So if you take a peek, this whole front piece right here is your radar, and allows you to tuck into traffic without having to change your cruise control settings. It also does have the lane departure and anti-collision camera. That's also the camera for your automatic high beams. This one will take you to a dead stop if the person in front of you hammers on the brake. It's also going to adjust your steering wheel. So as you come around a corner, it's tracing the line, and if it feels like you're kind of going off the thing, it will adjust your steering automatically for you. And of course, this guy will take you as slow as your cruise control will go. So between those two safety items, it is actually quite a stress-free drive. It's the biggest thing I've noticed, that I don't worry as much as I used to on these particular guys. But anyways, let's jump into the car and I'll show you a couple more of the options. So now that we're in the inside, the first thing you notice, again, that heated steering wheel, it is a molded steering wheel. So on the back, you got some finger grooves in there, and then you've got your thumb spot right here, and then that little bulge there. It allows you to hold onto the steering wheel really well. This is a telescoping steering wheel, so it moves out and up and down. On this side, you're gonna have your volume control, your voice command, so you can connect to the stereo. You can pick up, hang up your phone there, and then this is gonna give you that, the sun's in the way, sorry, but this will control that piece right there. I'll see if I can get into a better spot and show you that piece right there. On this side, you're gonna have your radar cruise control. So if you take a peek at that screen, if I set it into drive, hit the control on, and then start working, you can see this top piece right here will set how far I'm gonna tuck into traffic behind me, which is a nice option. Then if I turn that on and off, that's your lane departure right there. And again, nice little option. It actually does adjust the steering wheel. So I've gone around corners and you can feel the steering wheel adjust itself because you're kind of going a little wide. So as soon as you turn your signal light on to turn, it will actually turn that off so it doesn't correct. But if you start turning without turning the signal light on, it's gonna try and correct itself back into the lane. It's actually a really cool feature. And now that I've driven this car for a month, I've actually gotten quite used to it. Normally I just turned it off, but now that I've had it, I actually kind of like it. You've also got the paddle shifters back here. So you've got the sport shifting in this guy. This is a CVT transmission, but it does have kind of a fake shifting point, so it does feel like a normal car where you're shifting, but it is a CVT transmission. If I open up the center here, you're going to have USB port right there, and then a 12 volt with the little cord through, so you can get it in there. One of the things I do like, if you look at these cup holders, there's no cracks, holes, or nooks or crannies anywhere for dirt or coffee, so when you spill something in there, it's really easy to clean out. Not quite, actually, yeah, not quite big enough for an Nalgene, but definitely big cup, coffee cups. On this side, you're going to have your hold button. This is a brake hold. So when I turn this guy on, it allows me to come to a stop. So if I'm in drive like this particular guy, what it's going to do is when I come up to a stop sign, it's going to hold the brake for me so I don't have to sit with my brake on. Then you've also got your electronic parking brake. You'll see this guy turn automatically on right there for you. So you don't have an e-brake anymore, but a nice little option for you. So on this side, you can see you've got your gear shifter. So if you don't want to use a paddle shifting, you can use this and then blast through the gears this way. Well, I've got that down. You've got your traction control. I can turn it off right there. It doesn't take it right off, but it limits that for sure. Then sport mode. Again, sport mode is going to give you the gas pedal. So it's essentially going to adjust your gas pedal responsiveness. So how peppy it feels. Doesn't give you more horsepower or anything like that, but again, it gives you a little bit more responsive in your gas pedal. The other thing I really like about this car is it's got a Qi wireless charger in there. So it's a rubbery compound. My big cell phone fits in there really easily. It doesn't fold around. You can see the ridge around it. So it's a nice spot to be able to have a wireless charger and not worry about the phone flying around. And then of course, heated seats in this guy as well, if you can take a peek at that. So really set up well. While I'm in here, you got a backup camera. You can see it's bumper tip to bumper tip, so it's a really nice fish angle backup camera in there. And if you sit back and look at it, it is just a great spot to have that camera in there. So again, a couple of things real quick. I love the heated steering wheel. That's a nice option. The anti-collision camera, the radar cruise control, leather wrap steering wheel, paddle shifters, the Qi wireless charger, heated seats. This thing is incredibly loaded up. Even though it's not leather, it's still got heated seats. But again, that hasn't been a bad piece. These are really nice and comfortable seats. Couple other things I like in this guy is this infotainment system is pretty straightforward. You can see it's just a touch button all the way through. I won't spend much time going through all the details in this guy, but again, a couple laps around this guy and it is amazing how well this thing works. So awesome touch. Again, you've got your glove box in here. Then if you take a peek at the rest of the car, soft touch throughout everything, so you don't have that hard plastic feel that you used to in the Corollas, and just finished really, really well. So not only does the outside look awesome, but the interior is just sharp as well. Been an awesome car to drive. I'm looking forward to seeing what else I can drive on top of, but it's been nice to jump into a Corolla for a first time in a while. Anyways, if you want to come take a peek at this thing, come on down to Cochrane Toyota.